Hello and welcome to Avalonias Improvement. Avalonias speaking. How is everyone doing today? Today is Saturday. Now, a lot of you usually go on picnics or ride your bikes, go walk around, play sports, for instance. To me, Saturdays are a day of looking back upon the week and seeing what the opportunities have been for myself, and pray to God and ask Him to keep helping me to see the truth and have wisdom. And I also thank you for all the opportunities of just simple things like the snow hasn't been bad, and that's been nice. Global warming, yes, it's very real. I can't lie to you and tell you though that I enjoy the cold. Those of you who do, woo woo. Not my rally. I'm sorry. So, I did want to get to you guys more about a little bit of everything. Remember a few videos back, I was talking to you all about foraging for food. I even mentioned a little bit about how the weather affects your health and explaining about your allergies, your heart, mood, skin, aches and pains, asthma, and headaches. So, and we had a lot of herbal stuff that you could get anywhere that's around you, and I made that possible. So my husband and I today decided to enjoy the creation that God has given to us and see the many benefits of herbs that we have here in our neighborhood. So I'm going to show you a few examples, and I'm actually going to read to you a few articles that my husband actually found, and I'm definitely enjoying them. This is Beauty in Bloom. Evergreen Beauty. This is illustrated by Rose Prestruzzi. And there's another name called Janice Cox, although it doesn't say necessarily what this person does in this part, but thank you for the contribution. Winter is a wonderful time of year, with the holidays, a toasty fire, and freshly fallen snow painting the quintessential picture of the season. And while the cold temperatures outside may limit the availability of locally grown fresh herbs, there's one beauty ingredient that grows in abundance in many parts of the country: fresh evergreens, including pine, cedar, and juniper. Speaking of which, the two things that I did go and get were pine and juniper. So I ended up getting pine cones, and the pine cones that I got have sap and still inside. So what you do is you can actually put it in the oven and bake it, and it makes your house smell so good. It's like, is my house a forest? Yes, girl. Then this, we got some pine needles, which I'm about to talk about. And we also got juniper berries and the leaves. Oh, it smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this. So here I go. Let's go on this journey. Put that seatbelt on. Okay. Evergreens provide a wealth of benefits when it comes to beauty. Used in the bath, they can boost circulation and serve as cleansing skin and hair treatments. Nuts and berries from the trees also enhance skin scrubs, mouth rinses, and aftershaves, while juniper and cedar are often added to cosmetic products for their uplifting and energizing properties to revitalize body and spirit. It's easy to identify evergreens by their leaves or needles. As each species has unique characteristics, needles are considered mature leaves and are usually bundled in clusters called fascicles. Hey, that's pretty cool. The number of leaves or needles in these clusters can help with identification. You may want to consult a guidebook or visit your local nursery or herb shop to learn what grows in your area. And I also want to say, you can also, like, if you know a lot about herbs, you can go to herbalists and stuff. Which I guess herb shop. But you can look it up online. And they give you identifications to each leaf and stuff. And honestly, it's pretty dominant. You can see the difference if you know what you're looking for. Make sure that the plant material you harvest has not been sprayed or treated with any chemicals, and always harvest responsibly. Oh, well, of course. I mean, you're digesting these things in your body. I mean, I don't know about you, but I personally don't think I would want that anywhere near me. You know, I don't know what those chemicals might do to my body. Here are some evergreen recipes for you to try out this year. Many of them also make lovely holiday gifts. Enjoy. Ooh. Okay, so this is called, we're going to do with this one, actually. Pine nut scrub. High in fat, pine nuts grow inside the pine cone of pine or pinyon trees. These small, soft, white nuts make an excellent skin softening scrub for your body that's gentle enough for sensitive skin. You can also find fresh pine nuts at most grocery stores. Woo woo! Pine nuts are so good. About 20 species of pine trees produce nuts, actually seeds, big enough to harvest, including Mexican pinyon, Colorado pinyon, which, if you have Colorado pinyon or even Mexican pinyon, try it. Look, they're so good, especially in salad. You can actually go to Melting Pot, and they have like this pinyon salad. So good. Italian stone pine. That's pretty cool. And Chinese nut pine. It says, take a half cup pine nuts, 2 tablespoons light oil such as almond, sunflower, or light oil. In a blender or food processor, process pine nuts and oil mixture is finely ground. To use, apply the grainy mixture to cleanse and buff your skin. Store any leftover scrub in the refrigerator. Yield 4 ounces, enough for 1 whole body treatment. Pine toner. Fresh pine needles are easy to find this time of year, and this fragrant toner works well for all skin types. Pine water is slightly astringent, improving circulation and giving your complexion a healthy winter glow. The subtle scent of pine also produces feelings of peace and tranquility. As a gift, place a sprig of fresh pine inside your bottle and nestle the toner in a basket filled with vibrant green pine needles and a few small pine cones. The ingredients is 1 cup fresh pine needles, 1 cup distilled water, and 1/4 cup with witch hazel. And if you guys have anything witch hazel is extremely good to clean your skin and your pores. You don't use a lot of it, like once a week, you know, but it really is nice. And then it says, after the thing, place the pine needles in a small saucepan on the stove and cover with water. Bring the water to a boil. Then remove the pan from the heat. Allow the pine water to cool completely. Strain off the pine needles and discard. Add the witch hazel and stir well. Pour the finished toner into a clean bottle to use. Apply to your skin with a clean cotton pad. Do not rinse. Store in a cool, dark, and dry place. Yield 8 ounces. Okay, now this is what we're about to do. But honestly, I'm looking at this pine toner and Might do that too. Okay. Northwest Pine Bath. Another recipe that will... What's that word? That will inspire serenity and relaxation. This gentle bath additive features fresh pine needles. 1 cup pine needles, 2 cups water. Yeah, so if you don't have like the money to get certain ingredients, seriously, we just went outside and got pine needles, and I can just take it off the, you know, its mantle. And then water. You have it in the sink, so, you know. Okay, it says, place pine needles in a large pot on the stove and cover with water. Bring to a boil and remove the pan from heat. Allow the pine water to cool completely. Strain off the pine needles and discard. Pour the clear pine-scented water into a clean bottle. To use. Add 2 cups of this pine water to your bath water. Yield 16 ounces, enough for 1 bath. Woo-woo! I'm so excited. You guys don't understand. Like, it's natural. Like, thank God for, like, this stuff, okay? Like, okay. Honestly, it does. It makes me really relaxed. And I think that's why people love going in nature, you know, like going camping. They like to live out in the country because it's so soothing, you know, like people get stressed out, and it's just nice to, you know, relax and thank God and enjoy his creation, you know. This one, pine cone preparation. Many evergreens have cones that contain seeds for future plants. While we can't use pine cones for skin and hair care, they do make decorative touches for adding to gift baskets and can serve as potpourri when you're sent them with natural and essential oils. These cones also contain their own fragrant, sticky resin. When collecting wild cones to use in your home, bake them in a low-heat oven for a few hours on a rack on top of a baking sheet. This will not only kill any pests that may be living inside, it will also warm and release that resin, making your home smell amazing. Woo woo! I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna try it! Nordic bath. I think this is another one that we're going to be doing. So this one is, in Nordic climates, evergreens grow in abundance. And this I'm not saying this right. Start over. In Nordic climates, evergreens grow in abundance, and this popular aromatic bath features 2 favorite evergreen ingredients: pine needles and juniper berries. Let me see if I can pull juniper berry out for you guys. We got a whole bunch, so. See? And we have both, so we're going to do this too. Both of which help soothe sore and tired muscles. The calming fresh scent offers the perfect way to start or end your day. The most energizing bath temperature is one just at or slightly above body temperature. 1/2 cup almond or oatmeal flour, 1 cup baking soda, 1 cup fresh pine needles, 2 tablespoons fresh juniper berries, 6 bay leaves. Place all the ingredients in a blender or food processor and grind until you have a coarse, fragrant mixture. Spoon approximately 1/2 cup of this mixture into a muslin tea bag or onto the center of a square of cheesecloth and tie the ends with a bit of cotton string. Store bags in an airtight container. To use: fill your tub with warm water and allow the bath bag to float in the water, giving it a gentle squeeze every now and then. Use this same bag to scrub the body all over. Yield 16 ounces, enough for 3 to 4 bath bags. Ooh. Oh, and then also, yeah, if you guys want to write that down, this next one I'm still learning how to do this, you know, talking to you guys, and work with me. Juniper berry foot bath. This is another one we're going to do. Juniper trees produce small blueberries that can be used in cooking, distilling, and in refreshing bath and body products. Fall is actually the best time to gather fresh juniper berries and dry them to use in recipes. But you can also find some during the winter months and even at some well-stocked natural food stores and gourmet kitchen shops. Or you can just go outside and they're right there. Because they're in people's yards, they're in alleys. Trust me. And I can get it for free. Do it my way. No, I'm just kidding. If you don't have the time, like, that makes sense, you know. But if you have the time, especially if it's like right in your backyard, please do so. Fresh is always the best. Juniper berries are naturally antiseptic, making them well suited for a cleansing and refreshing foot bath. So if you have a paper with you, you're gonna write this down. 1/4 cup fresh juniper berries, slightly crushed, or 2 tablespoons dried berries. 1/4 cup Epsom. Man, you know what? Some words need to, like, go away. Epsom salt. 2 tablespoons baking soda. And then it says, fill a large tub or basin with warm water. And add the juniper berries, Epsom salt, and baking soda, and stir well until the salts and soda have dissolved. To use, soak your feet in the fragrant water for 15 to 20 minutes. After your foot bath, massage your feet with some natural oils, or you can have someone else do it, you know what I'm saying? Or your favorite rich cream. What? Massage your feet with some natural oils or your favorite rich cream. Hello! Why do you need rich cream? Why don't you just use what's natural? You know what I'm saying? No. Spank you. Alright, it says, yield 4 ounces, enough for 1 foot bath. Okay. I know that was kind of ranting on and on, but seriously, did you guys hear what I just said? And I wish you could be here because it smells so amazing. You know, oh, I love you. It smells so good. Yeah, so just so you know, the topic was about foraging for food. And you know what? Definitely did that. And score. Oh man, I'm excited to try these products because the same things I can get at a store, I can just get right outside my house. And I'm gonna see how it turns out, and I'll let you know too in the future. I'm gonna try this probably for 2 weeks, you know, 2 weeks to a month. Really understand like how it works, and we'll see. So, y'all still with me? With that, I just wanted to say again, like, I am so thrilled. Like, today was such a nice day. Going on that nice little adventure walk, which we had, like, kind of like a little hunt, you know, hunting for, if we could see trees and stuff that were around here that were like that. And just, like, appreciating the outside, appreciating, like, how one plant can have so much effect on your whole body, is like, it's awesome. I don't know. I love it. I love it so much. So that was another thing. I know some people may not agree with honey, but me and Carlos were like on the verge of like more vegan, vegetarian, but we're kind of like working around. And I don't really see the point of honey. I know people have mentioned it a lot, but I don't know. It's not really a thing that I think about. Tastes good. It's not an actual animal, so it's nectar. But it's really good. That's another one I really like because when you're sick, for instance, especially this time of year, I mean, hey, we're just getting into February, and people are starting to get the sniffles, and no worries. You know, you have a sore throat, I will tell you right now, honey is a really good thing. You know, you get a spoonful of honey and you can put it into tea, you know, or you can just eat it itself. You know, really soothes that throat pretty good. Lemons do the same thing. But this one is orange blossom honey from Trader Joe's, and it is so good. Another one that I really enjoy, I got this one recently, is acacia honey, and it's 100% organic raw, and it's called Heavenly Organics. And this is from wild hives. I mean, there's no pesticides and there's no antibiotics. It's antibiotic free. Yes. And I don't know if you can see that, but like, it's pretty heavy. You see that? Anyways, with saying being honey, what is the best way to get people's attention? The saying goes that you're easier to get someone's attention with honey than with vinegar, and that is true. We talk to people, and when you talk to people, if someone's nasty to you, are you going to respond in such a like a wonderful manner and be like, "Oh, how sweet"? No, okay, you're still going to be like, you know, like, right? But when I'm talking nice to you and I'm like, "Hey," you know, what happens? You feel good, right? Your endorphins get up. And you're like, "Hey, that feels nice. Hey, what's up?" You know, you feel more inclined. As Christians, we should always, and Christians, you know, is the relationship with God. If you, not everyone's going to be like that, okay? So don't be like, oh, well, no, but as Christians, we know what we should be doing. So we should try our best to always be forgiving and kind, and always give people the opportunity, because with opportunity, grows wisdom and strength and faith and love and hope and kindness and all that. Speaking of opportunity, my husband and I decided to do some studying. We had our own little home church, and what we were studying was the book of Joshua. Now, I'm actually going to talk to you guys about it, because that was a really wonderful book, and I really got the extent of understanding it. We even put some music in the background, and it was just really cool to like understand things that I don't think ever I really read Joshua all the way through the way they did. Like, I read it through, but they read it in such a way it got, gets my head. So a few things I had actually asked my husband, and we were both like, kind of chatting about it, was opportunity. What does the word opportunity mean to you? Don't look it up in the dictionary, okay? I don't want to hear what the word means. I want to know what opportunity means to you. And if you're going to be silly, okay, I will not laugh at your joke. This is a serious conversation. So he said this to me: a job, promotion, opportunity for things we need and can pay for, find things on sale, giving to others, which is filling a need, to go somewhere. And his whole idea was, how to go with the opportunity. When you see the opportunity, move along with it to see where God is guiding you into the opportunity. You got to stick to it. It doesn't happen overnight. Perseverance, the will to keep going on the journey. Stay close to your principles. Always. No matter what. No matter what. Because if you stick to your principles and you keep going with this idea, God is going to reward you with even more, because you, in your heart, did what was right rather than did what the world wanted you to do. Which I would love to be buddies with the person who created everything. It's like, imagine getting to know Elon Musk, right? Because you're always driving his cars. Or if you were in the time when Einstein was alive and getting to meet him personally. It's one of those things where it's like, but except the thing is, like, he created everything. He even created them. So it's like, woo! And he gives us an opportunity to do just that. The opportunity is, he gives us the opportunity to have a chance at any time and moment to connect with him fully and allow him fully using how to go with the opportunity is work through you and to change your thoughts, because now you know rather than what you thought or think. You don't think these things. You're not over analyzing. You just know, because God is opening you up to that. So, it was a beautiful statement. Now, this book, a wonderful woman, when I was down in Florida, actually, gave me this book. So the story goes, I was stranded in Florida, and my husband had not eaten, and we were at the bus stop, and we didn't even have tickets yet. He had to walk a long way to get to a Walmart in the rain the whole time, to get money from his friend. And very grateful for that. So this lady comes by, and she's talking about, I got baptized, and she was so ecstatic. And so I was talking to her, we were conversating, and she asked me if I wanted some food, and I was like, oh, no, it's okay. And I was telling her about my life, about, with God and stuff, and she goes, you know what? And then she had a huge trash bag, like a white trash bag, full of food. Because in Florida, the part where I was at, they had tons and tons and tons of places for homeless people that they took care of them with food and all kinds of stuff. And in Fort Myers. So she just gave us the whole bag, and I was like, what? She goes, no, God told me to give it to you. She's like, I didn't really need to come to the bus stop, but I was like, well, I might as well, because I'm charging my phone, but and now I know who I need to give the food to. And I was like, wow. So my husband and I ate what we could and gave a whole bunch of the other homeless people as much as they wanted to. It was awesome. So, anyways, she gave me this book, and this book is absolutely the most fantastic thing I've ever read in my life. I had to leave Florida, and I did not want to leave Florida. I love Florida so much. I was crying because I was like, no! I love you! It's so, exotic down there. I mean, the food is fresh. You can see the ocean and all the animals, and, it's so, tropical. All the clothes are tropical. All the music's, super upbeat and, tropical. I love it so much. There's such cool restaurants down there. People are cool. No, it's awesome. So she gave me this book, and I was really sad because I was like, oh, I don't want to leave Florida. And Glory Days, it's by Max Lucado. Not sure who that is, but he was reading, so we started reading, while we were in church, our little private church. Well, I'll read to you this part first. These days are glory days. My past is past. My future is bright. God promises are true, and his word is sure. With God as my helper, I will be all he wants me to be. do all he wants me to do, and receive all he wants me to receive. These days are glory days. And he was talking actually about how the Israelites, they went and undergone where they went through Egypt, and then from Egypt they were wandering on the forest, or not the forest, sorry, the desert, and then they were getting to their promised land, but they couldn't get to their promised land because they didn't trust in God. And they allowed their own thoughts to overtake them and their own feelings, where they did not give God full trust in saying, you know what, even though there's giants in the land, the promised land, the land that has the biggest grapes, the tastiest grapes, the biggest trees, and the most wonderful atmosphere, climate. And so he was saying how even when they were free from Egypt, they were still encaged in their own thoughts, that they could not let go to trust in God enough to allow him to guide them, because he knows us best and he only wants the best, but we have to want that. So that was very powerful. And Joshua is so awesome because the whole thing is well, here I'll read another passage. This is God's vision for your life. Imagine the thought. You at full throttle. You as you were intended. You as victor over the Jerichos and giants. You and your promised land life. It is yours for the taking. Expect to be challenged. The enemy won't go down without a fight, but expect great progress. Life is different on the west side of the Jordan. Break through, outnumber breakdowns. God's promises outweigh personal problems. Victory becomes, dare we imagine, a way of life. Isn't it time for you to change your mailing address from the wilderness to the promised land? Your glory days await you. Ready to march? And that was another thing. The wilderness, and the wilderness was supposed to be the promise to be in paradise. And being in the forest, the analogy was, you can't be on the fence. You can't just say, well, Lord, I love you, but idols come before you. And I still, want to serve you, but, when I'm ready, on my time. Yes. Does he give us a choice? Yes. But how do we use our time? And should our choices always be according to better who we are from the inside out? The inside, our soul. Something to think about. But, I don't know about you. I personally cannot stand on the fence anymore. I've done it for many years. And I think that sometimes it comes out a tiny bit and then I go, Lord, here I am. And I talk to him on the daily. We were actually listening to a sermon early this morning that was talking about prayer. And I talk to him all the time. I'm always in my head, hey, talking about my day and asking for help or thanking him or asking for forgiveness or just like I would of my friend, because he is the person that I go to when no one else is going to be there for me, or when I get frustrated with other people, or when things don't go right. I can just say, hey, Lord, I leave this in your hands, and you know what's happening, and you know how to help me, and I will accept it. This was another one that I really enjoyed. It has a top, personalize that promise. Put your name in the blanks. So I thought that was really cool. The Lord gave to Avalonias all the life he had sworn to give. And Avalonias took possession of it and dwelt in it. The Lord gave Avalonias rest all around, and not an evil enemy stood. Not a word failed of any good thing which the Lord had spoken to Avalonias. All came to pass. Same for you. Same for me. Same for my husband over here. Same for anyone. With that being said, I want to read my precious book. This is joy. Imagine what it would be like if you decided to rise every morning, maybe even this morning, rejoicing in the Lord. Picture it. You're singing for joy and living in peace. You know, without a doubt, that you are protected, loved, and meant to live fully and well. You're not going to let a negative thought anywhere near you because this is your day for joy. You have the wings of an angel gently wrapped around your shoulders, and you know God watches over you and protects you. It's an outstanding day. You will live in joy. You will think joy, sing joy. And this is a Bible verse. For 7 days, celebrate the festival to the Lord your God at this place the Lord will choose. For the Lord your God will bless you in all your harvest and all the work of your hands, and your joy will be complete. This is the Bible, the book of Deuteronomy, which is in the very beginning. So it's Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Chapter 16, verses 15. I hope today is going to be a wonderful day for you, as it is for us. Go outside. Again, maybe you have some mullet in your area, or hey, maybe you want to do what I did and take yourself, or maybe take someone with you and bring your dog with you maybe, and get some pine. Remember, you're going to use the pine needles, and juniper and the juniper berries. And if you want your house to smell good, make sure to get some pine cones that have that are closed and have tons of sap, because that is going to smell so good. And I'm going to let you know how that goes very soon. Happy Sabbath to all of you, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.